Live. Hey, we did it. All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Human Condition EP release party live stream. Super stoked to be here. Super glad you could join us for what's going to be an exciting night of some music. I'm going to play through all the songs from the EP here with the old trusty electric guitar, just myself and guitar, which will be fun. And then I'm going to play through some of the songs that inspired me to write the album. So really excited to do that. We are trimulcasting here, which breaking some new ground for me. We're live streaming here on Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube. I don't know for sure, but I have heard that the quality is the best on both Facebook and YouTube. So if you are on Instagram and you want to switch over, feel free to do that. Facebook is facebook.com/MikeFullerSounds. I have no idea what the YouTube handle is. It's like all over the place. It's kind of like a bunch of letters and numbers and stuff. But if you search for Mike Fuller, the Human Condition EP will come up. You can get to my channel. It's just Mike Fuller. And we can hang out there. If not, Instagram also works too. Maybe it sounds good there as well. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. I know it's Friday night. You got a lot of things you could be doing, but you're here hanging out. So that's great. I wanted to start off with some thanks. First of all, thanks to all of you for the overwhelming support today. It's just been an awesome day of like nonstop comments and messages from friends and family all over the country. Saying how much they enjoyed the record so far, and yeah, I don't even know what to say. It's just been such an awesome day. Really enjoyed it. I'm really grateful to be able to release music, to share it with you all, and that you like it is just it's just so cool. So I'm really grateful for that. If you haven't gotten a chance to check it out yet, I posted the link somewhere around. It should be on all of these places. If not, just send me a message afterwards. I can get the link over to you so that you can check it out. Also, for those of you who are wondering, yes, I am sweating profusely. It is very warm in the living room here in the apartment because I have the air conditioner off. It's very loud. So I'm going to sweat a lot. So let's keep ready for that. Yeah, we're going to start off with some thanks for all of those who are involved in the record. I want to first and foremost say thank you to my main guy, Mr. Charlie Cunliffe, for without whom none of this would have been possible. Charlie and I got together a couple years ago and started to record some cover songs and stuff like that. And about a year ago or so, Charlie was like, "Hey, like, have you written some of your own things?" And we kind of got to talking about some stuff like that. And I'm like really shy about that kind of stuff, and I don't like to share a whole lot of those things. But decided to share them with Charlie. He was super excited about it, and so we kind of like decided to shift gears, and we started working on some of these songs. And yeah, it's just been a really cool process. I'm really glad that Charlie kind of encouraged that really from the beginning. Also, Charlie was huge. He did all the engineering for all the guitars, all the pianos, the percussion, all the vocals. I'm sure I'm missing something because he just did so much stuff. From engineering wise, and he also mixed all 3 songs from the whole album. So big takeaway, if you like what you heard from the record, please thank Charlie. Charlie is mostly responsible for that sounding good, so please say a word of thanks to Charles. Also want to thank my guy Joe Michael Lara, all the way out to San Angelo, Texas. Joe Michael played all the drums that you hear on the record. He just did an absolutely killer job. I sent him the rough tracks that we had with just guitars and vocals, and we kind of took them to the next level there and really held it down. Joe Michael and I played in a couple bands together in high school, and it was like, as much as we didn't get to do it in person, it was really cool to kind of get the band back together, so to say, and to record these songs and put them out to the world. It was really sweet. I next want to say thank you to Josh De La Pena, who plays bass in Joe Michael's band out in Texas. Josh and Joe Michael went into the studio down in Texas to record the drums and bass. Josh, his final bass stuff made it through on the track After a While, and his stuff also inspired, along with Tom Fitzpatrick, the bass lines behind the song Paper Cut. So big thanks to Josh. and Tom for that. Also, Roberto Pace is someone who I met on the internet who played the bass on the song called Breaks Down. So thanks to Roberto for that. Who am I missing? I'm sure I'm missing someone. I also want to thank Mr. Gary Laney down in San Angelo, Texas, who works at Nautilus Recording Studio. For those of you who don't know, Gary is an absolute legend. He's a Grammy-winning engineer. He's worked with people such as Johnny Cash. He worked with REM. He worked with Trisha Yearwood. All kinds of folks. The guy is an absolute rock star, and I feel so very lucky that we were able to work with him on this project. He did all the engineering for the drums and for the bass on After a While. So big thanks to Gary for that. And also worked with a guy named Brian Shortell, who I also met on the internet. He did all the mastering for the 3 songs. So big thanks to Brian for doing that. I didn't really know what mastering was until this process kind of started. So mastering just takes the mix to the next level for those of you who also don't know. And I'm just checking my list here to make sure that I didn't forget anyone else. I also want to thank Mr. Jimmy Jambrone, who took all the pictures, the album cover picture. He took a bunch of the other pictures. You're going to see a whole bunch of them over the next couple months. Jimmy just did an awesome job, and to his credit, he even made me look like a musician, which is a difficult thing to do sometimes. So big thanks to Jimmy. Big thanks to Charlie's girlfriend, Christine, for letting us use the apartment as a recording studio as best as we could. Big thanks to Adrian for listening to me talk about this record pretty much nonstop for the last, 9 months, year, or something like that. A long time. But anyway, huge team effort. Couldn't have been more proud to be able to be around such talented people and to put this thing together. It's been an awesome day. Again, really hope you enjoy the record. And I feel like I've talked enough for about 6 of these live streams here, so I'm going to go ahead and play some music. So the first song on the record is called Breaks Down. Also, let's say a quick cheers to you all. Thanks for being here. The first song on the record is called Breaks Down. It is at the time, it was the newest song that I had written. I finished it right at the end of last year. It's a song that focuses around mental health awareness, anxiety, depression, those kinds of things. It felt very, very relevant after we recorded it, and obviously with like the pandemic and all of those things kind of popping up, a lot of people sort of being stuck in their houses and kind of alone and isolated. It felt like it was like, I don't know, for better or worse, it felt relevant to include and to release on the record. So anybody that's out there that's struggling, this one can be for you. There's always someone out there to reach out to extend a hand to, and someone will always be willing to listen. So don't hesitate to reach out. This one's for you. It's called Breaks Down. Oh, excuse me, not Breaks. It's called Paper Cut. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. You're always unexpected. You don't go too deep. Just beneath the surface, somewhere I always see. Don't want a band-aid. No one else needs to know how much these feelings slice me up. I can't let go, 'cause you're just like a paper cut. You can make me bleed. Oh, not all that much, just enough to remind me. Right between my fingers, once a follicles of knucklehead. Every time I reach out to grab something, I'm reminded you're still there. Use the sanitizer, scrub myself clean. As the bacteria dies out, then you you can hear me screaming, 'cause you're just like a paper cut. You make me bleed. You're not all that much, just enough to remind me that you're just like a paper cut. You make me bleed. You're not all that much, just enough to remind me. Staying so much work than the blood red flame. I don't know how many more thoughts of you that I can't bear. You're not loosely paper, no letter in the mail. You're the manila envelope that gets me without fail. 'Cause you're just like a paper cut. You make me bleed. You're not all that much, just enough to remind me that you're just like a paper cut. You make me bleed. You're not all that much, just enough to remind me. Cut it off. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, so that one was Paper Cut. That's the first song off the record. He used the word record very loosely, not breaking any records here by any means, and there are no albums for sale. Unless somebody wants one, we can look into it, but we'll call it a record anyway. Why not? The second song off this album kind of sticks with a similar theme from the first one. It's called Breaks Down. I wrote it, it's a bunch of years old now, 5 or 6 years, something like that. Both of the next two songs are pretty old. Old for me, new for you, which is a good thing both ways. I kind of wrote this next one right after I had some tough times at a new job that I had started, and a few different things with the job and with some other things sort of around me in life didn't go the way that I was hoping that it was going. And for a few other people who I was pretty close with, also falling on some difficult times. And I didn't find it funny at the time, but I sort of, I guess in hindsight, find it a little ironic that it feels like right when you're at the moment where you feel like you've got it all figured out, it breaks down. So that's where I got the idea for this next song. It's called Breaks Down. It goes a little something like this. Ends and the day begins like before. I get a taste, but it goes to waste, 'cause you only want more. When's enough? There's no room for all this stuff. Wind blows and the cloud grows for it disintegrates. Lord knows where the time goes as it passes away. Ain't no telling Think we've got it all figured out as it breaks down. Think we've got it all figured out as it breaks down. Sitting in the sun, having fun, but getting burned. Sun now leaves you wondering how the tables turn. Try hard, go far, just to maintain. Leaves change, and it's strange how people do the same. Keep on keeping on. Oh, you know we'll soon be gone. Think we got it all figured out as it breaks down. Think we got it all figured out as it breaks down. Think we got it all figured out as it breaks down. Think we got it all figured out as it breaks down. Breaks down. Breaks down. Cheers, everybody. So this next one is coming up. It's called After a While. It's the last one on the EP. This one I wrote right about the same time that I wrote the one before this that I just played. It was kind of along a similar theme in the sense of I sort of, I guess I was observing a lot of, I don't know, small things or big things in life sort of falling apart, or for a lot of people around me. And I was seeing a lot of the, I can't think of the right word, the fragility maybe of the human experience of life, seeing how not invincible we all are, how things over time catch up to you, and I don't know, stuff like that. It sounds kind of like a weird topic, I guess, but that's sort of just where my brain was at the time, so it made sense to write about it. I don't know, things falling apart or stuff like that. I don't know, something like that. Who knows? I'll work on a way to go back in time 6 years to ask myself what I was thinking about, but that's about as good as I can do for right now. But anyway, I also want to say too, these songs are I don't want to pretend like I'm telling you what these songs mean. That's up to you all to figure out for yourselves. They can mean something different to anybody. They mean one thing to me that doesn't mean the same thing to you. Just sharing a little bit of the story about how the song sort of came about from the perspective that I was writing from, but it's by no means the right answer for what the songs mean. But anyway, yeah, so I was sort of in the similar vein of just that observational human existence sort of level, and yeah, this one came out. It's called After a While. It goes a little something like this. Even though you push on through, gravity takes its toll on you. After a while, the clock ticks on without care. You find that this game is not fair. Brand new shoes with rubber soles are gonna end up filled with holes. After a while, the things for which you beg and plead will bring you down to your knees. After a while, there's no way to keep this going. When you're moving just a little too fast, better make the most of the present, 'cause it's soon to be your best. Breeze that comes in through the door, knock your thing onto the floor. After a while, nail the picture to the wall, 'cause if you tape it, it may fall. After a while, there's no way to keep this going. We're moving just a little too fast. Better make the most of the present, 'cause it's soon to be your best. Yeah. When you listen to these words, you be happy with what you find. After a while, you let it go after catching friends. You know that you have missed your chance. After a while, after a while. Well, everybody, cheers. That's the whole EP right there. We did the whole thing. Pretty cool. Again, I really appreciate you taking the time to check it out. It means the world to me. If any of the songs mean anything to you, and you feel like letting me know, that would be great. It would mean so much. If any of this stuff resonates at all in any way, shape, or form, I would love to know about it. It will help me a lot on the next record, and it will just make me feel really good. So now that we got that stuff done, what I thought would be cool would be to play through a couple of songs that I was listening to that helped inspire the songs that I wrote for the EP. If that's all right with you all, I'll play 3 more. So I guess in some order or not, I don't know. This first one that I'm going to play is from a band called Grateful Dead, who I didn't really get big into until the last year or two, something like that, and listened to them a whole lot since then. I've become a big fan of theirs, and I've been digging really deep into their catalog. And I was listening to this one a whole lot right before I wrote Paper Cut, and I'm sure that there's probably some stuff in here that subconsciously flowed its way into Paper Cut and back. I don't know, all that kind of stuff. We'll let you decide. We'll see what you think. This is a song called Heal by Grateful Dead. It goes into something like this. Since it costs a lot to win win, need more to lose. You and me better spend some time wondering what to choose. Goes to show you don't really know. Watch each card you play it slow. Wait until that deal comes around. Don't you let that deal go down. No. I've been gambling hereabouts 10 solid days. If I told you all that went down, it would burn on both your ears. Goes to show you don't ever know. Watch each card you play it slow. Wait until that deal comes around. Don't you let that deal go down. No. Since you bought the wine from me, tied up my shoes, I can leave you sitting there composing on tunes. Goes to show you don't ever know. Watch each card you play it slow. Wait until that deal comes around. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait until that deal comes around. Don't you let that deal go down. No. Something like that. That's called Deal by Grateful Dead. It's a great song. I encourage you to check out their version of it because it is far better than mine. But great song. Grateful Dead. Love that. Definitely inspired paper cut in one way or another. I'm not sure if these next ones inspired which ones of what's left, or I don't know. All of it was kind of around the same time, so it sort of all works together. There's a real fun tune by a dude whose name's Paul Nutini. This is called New Shoes. It goes a little something like this. Woke up cold one Tuesday, looking tired, feeling quite sick. Felt like there was something missing in the day-to-day life. So I quickly opened the wardrobe, pulled off a jeans and a t-shirt that seemed clean. Rubbed it off with a pair of old shoes that were really good around the seam. And I thought these shoes just don't suit me. Yeah, I put some new shoes on and that'll be everything is right. I said, yeah, I put some new shoes on and everybody's smiling. It's so inviting, no short on money for a long time. Slowly strolling in the sweet sunshine, and right there, I don't need an excuse. Wearing my brand new shoes. Woke up late one Thursday, I'm seeing stars as I'm rubbing my eyes, and I felt like there were 2 days missing as I focused on the time. And I made my way to the kitchen, but I had to stop from a shocker. But I found a room full of all my friends all dancing around. And I thought, hello, new shoes, bye-bye blues. Yeah, I put some new shoes on, suddenly everything is right. I said, yeah, put some new shoes on, suddenly right. It's so inviting, no short on money, but all the time. Slowly strolling in the sweet sunshine, and I'm right there. I don't need an excuse, wearing my brand new shoes. Take me wandering through these streets where bright lights and angels meet. Slowly, slowly take me on, walking till the break of dawn. Take me wandering through these streets where bright lights and angels make stone to stone that take me on, walking till the break of dawn. Hey, yeah, with some shoes on, suddenly everything's right. I said, hey, put some new shoes on, suddenly right. So inviting, sure I'm gonna go on my time. So we strolling in the sweet sunshine, now but lady, I don't need an excuse. Wearing your brand new shoes. New shoes, follow the team. Again, appreciate you all hanging here. If you're catching this not live, appreciate you checking it out. Sticking around this long. This would be a long way to be watching if you weren't watching it live. So I appreciate you. Appreciate you putting up with me. Appreciate you listening to the music here and listening to the EP that just came out, the Human Condition EP. It means a lot. It means the world to me that you would take some time to listen to that. So thank you very much for that. I'm going to play one more here and then let you get back to your Friday evening. And I'm going to go take a shower and put these clothes in the laundry all the way in the basket, not on the floor like I usually do. This is another one that I was listening to quite a lot right around that same time. Back in, I think it was 2014. I'm not really remembering very well off the top of my head. But yeah, this is a tune by a band called Lone Bellow. I've been out to see them a bunch of times and they're just a fantastic band. Once all of this clears up in the next, 10 or 15 years, and we're all allowed to go back outside again and be people in the same space, doing all that stuff, once it's safe to do that, I highly encourage you to go check them out. They're a great band, put on a great show. They're really great songwriters and musicians. This is a song called You Don't Love Me Like You Used To. Thank you again for sticking around and checking this out. Excuse me. And see you again here real soon. You don't love me like you used to. Just the spirit on my bedroom. House I built for you feels like a tomb. You don't love me like you used to. You waited at the bus stop, flowers in hand. Yellow tulip from which I will stand. A heart for the night, a broken heart in the end. Always want just to hold you close, buried in the pockets of the coat. All the thought, no town road, I thought you would be. 'Cause you don't love me like you used to. Just the spirit on my bedroom. Now something for you feels like a tomb. You don't love me like you used to. I came home, the table said it was just right, but you served off in my appetite. No for sure, the kitchen's closed at night. Day I wish that you would go away, find another soul to suffocate. I love you so, you should know. Can't go on this way. 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 You don't love me like you used to. Just the spirit on my bedroom. Now something for you feels like a tomb. You don't love me like you used to. You don't love me like you used to. Don't hear me when I'm talking to you. Just an overview, just please don't do. Don't love me like you used to. You don't love me. Don't lovely like you. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you checking out the record. If you need the link, go listen to it. Let me know. If not, it's posted here, there, and there. Love you. Appreciate you. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Labor Day. And we'll see you again here real soon. Cheers.